In this video I'm going to talk about why I think the GoPro Fusion is going to be a failure. So GoPro is at the moment desperate to carve its niche into image marketing segments which there isn't really a lot of development for. So GoPro ran the small action camera market. If you look at its GoPros, it's GoPro Hero 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They were brilliant. They were pretty much the go-to camera. There was no really other competitors. Since then, other camera companies have come in and have got cameras which are either cheaper or better or different sorts of ways. You've got Sony coming out with cameras. You've got Nikon came out with a whole bunch of cameras. They were pretty much everybody ignored them. But you've also got Chinese fake manufacturers, like there's a YI, which are making pretty much, they must be coming out of the same factory as GoPro with pretty much exactly the same features. And there's a bunch of ultra cheap versions where you can get a GoPro fake for about £50, but can still do 4K recording and all that kind of stuff. Granted, quality is not that good, but for a lot of people, they just want to dip their toe into this market. And GoPro are pushing their cost or their price up and up and up, so they become a more profitable company. That is their plan. They're trying to be as profitable as possible, but it's not really doing them any favors because they're pricing themselves out of the market which they've created themselves. If you look at their share price, it's shockingly bad. Whenever it first came on the market, where was it? It was up at $86 it rocked up to. In the last month, it went up to 10 and it's down to below 8.7. Oh, is that like 10 times less? What was it? Yeah, it's pretty much 80. It's almost $87, and it's now a tenth of the price as what it was just in 2014. Ouch. But what they're trying to do is they're still trying to grow their company. They're still trying to develop themselves, and so they brought out a drone. It had major issues. They had to do a complete recall. They had to give away loads of GoPro Hero 5s to keep the customers happy. It went all tits up. They've brought out the GoPro Hero 6. Honestly, nobody's talking about it. Like when the GoPro Hero 3 came out, a little bit, the buzz around it was, oh my goodness, look at this camera, it's amazing. It would be random people on the street who would be going, oh, that guy's got a GoPro, blah, blah, blah. It was a buzzword, it was interesting. The Hero 4, when it came out with the screen at the back, I was like, cool, I've got a tiny little camera that can have a whole screen on the back. That's amazing. The GoPro Hero 5, not that many people have taken that much interest in them. And now the GoPro Hero 6 looks identical to this one, but it's got some features inside. More frames a second, more stabilization, stuff. Even a lot of tech bloggers are like, yeah, it's newer, it's better, it's amazing, blah. Yeah, nah, I'm not really that fussed, especially when it's coming out at £500. Wait, let's just have a quick check. In the UK, the GoPro, yeah, Hero 6 Black, £500. Quite a painful one going on there for Hero 6. Their drone as well. Nobody in the what was it, the drone market, the drone quadcopter scene on any of the forums I'm in ever talks about the GoPro Karma. Everyone talks about which DJI camera drone that they're getting. Even the ones that came out from Microsoft get a bit more interest, but a lot of people just say nobody is even touching the drone. So people that are buying it, I think, are buying it, flying it once or twice, but not using it. I don't think anybody that's really into drone photography has ever carried on with the GoPro Karma. At least not very many. That's for sure. But so they've tried to expand their services a little bit more. One of the ways they make most of their money through the extra crap that they sell on top. But this is their new one that they've sold, which they're trying to sell just now. is just, it's got to be a fail. Okay, £700 for a 360-degree camera. 360-degree cameras are dead before they've even left the box. It's like the horse that got stuck in the stalls that never actually left. Nobody's into it. It is a technology that has been developed that everyone's like only super techie nerds are like going, oh, this is great. Everyone else is like going, why am I looking behind the camera? Why I'm pointing the camera that way? Why does I see my own face? If you're holding it anyway, there's just one shot where it's just pointing at you, and you're just like walking around going, you're just like an idiot. If you have it on your head, that's great, but then you look like a tit walking around with the camera on your head. Unless you are a skydiver, unless you are an Olympic level athlete doing extreme sports, cool. If you're not one of those people, no one's going to buy this thing. It's a 360 camera. Like, there's a couple of companies I worked for where they were like, yeah, we think it would be really good if we could take photos of properties with 360 cameras. I'm like, how's it going to work? So we set up on a tripod. We've got no, we can't use a flash in any way. We can't direct the person. We then need to install software for people to actually view the 360 images and all that stuff. It's like, when you can just go out with the camera that you've got and just take photos of the angles that you want to get, let's just carry on with that. And again, I think Veritasium did a good video about 360 video, just saying how it takes away the storytelling ability of the filmmaker. And there's a lot of the time, the thing that you want to film is in front of you, and you point your camera to it. You don't need to see 360 degrees. It's just so unnecessary. But anyway, I want to rip it a wee bit more, so don't think I'm finished there. So first of all, tech is tech that nobody wants, nobody needs, nobody's really getting involved with. Maybe if you're a hotel and you're going online and you want a 360-degree photo where people can walk around your room kind of thing, yeah. For those minute cases, that is a great camera for that. But for the everyday user, unless you are a motor paragliding person, where the hell is the camera on him there? I have no idea. Or if you're cave diving, but again, even if you're cave diving in Iceland or wherever it is, that's the shot you want to see. The other shot is not necessary. And again, a massive cliff jump. But my next question is, okay, so it's saying it's the business. It's like 5.7K footage. Whoop-de-doo. But why is it so gash? Like, this is their advertising screen. This is what they're trying to show off to everyone. If I click watch video, let's just get this. I'm gonna go full screen. Make sure we've got it in as good a quality as possible. Let's go to on my screen it'll go up to 1440. So this should be super crisp. Obviously this is getting compressed down for YouTube and all that kind of stuff. But let's just have a look at this. I'll mute it so we don't hear it. Okay, so first shot, you see it's on a tripod. That's how it works. Cool. Again, so they're just like walking around with that is just so unnecessary. So he thinks it's the best thing ever. Skydiving. So here, what we're seeing is a lot of editing going on to hide however the camera is attached. 2, you've got the additional editing required to. Here you have to figure out where the camera's meant to be pointing. Like I can't move this around. This is a full 360-degree photo, I think, or video at this point. Not quite sure what's going on. And okay, yeah, and they're saying, the lenses are slightly misaligned so that you get a better stitching and all that. The stitching's pretty bad. Like I'm not 100% impressed by the stitching. And also, it just means you're just making a whole pile of footage, which, for a single shot, that's cool. That's artistic. That's a piece of art you can put on your wall. In terms of telling a story, I have no idea what I'm looking at. I think here I'm looking at somebody's rucksack on the ground, and that looks like somebody peeing over a cliff. I have to twist my head. If the viewer watching something is having to go, oh, what I'm looking at. Hold on, no, still can't see. It's just a useless, and it's what I would call worse than useless, because a useless one would be, it's a black screen, you can't see anything. This is worse than useless because I can see something, and I need to contort myself to figure out what I'm actually looking at. 360, and again, I say it's cool for a photo, for a piece of art, for like something you stick on your wall, but to make this part of your storytelling, it's not really working. And like, what is it? This is part of their marketing shots. They've had time to do all that. Okay, so skydiving, cool. This is literally, it's just on top of a rucksack at a cliff, and two people talking at the side in the background. Not really much going on. Bit of an odd one. This is kind of cool. Is that Casey Neistat on a skateboard going through the town? But hold on, is this where we see the massive stitching problem going on? Okay, they're keeping it pretty tight where they're doing it just now. They're doing a lot of edits. And yeah, so again, surfing, super nice. But also, at the same time, blurriness going on. So strangely, this guy's hand is weirdly edited out in a way where you can't really see anything going on. But just the side shots, the bits at the side, are kind of mush. Like, total mush at the sides. It's really hard to play this at all without it going. So yeah, weird thing with hands. You need to have your hand always out holding it. But again, that's the shot. We're not needing to see a full 360-degree shot here. We're not really gaining anything from seeing what's the other way. Let's keep on going. There's some weird artifact going on above the motorbike guy's head. Okay, so here, this is cool. It's zooming in. But can I just ask, why is the side total gash? Like, absolutely... So that's a 360 photo, 360-degree shot going on there. But why is this just total mush? Like that's a cool shot. Like, that is really cool. You can see there's a kind of line going on through the middle there. Or maybe that's just screen lens refraction or something going on. But it just seems a bit weird. So you're always good. Like, if you're doing that, you have one camera pointing into your face. Cool, slow motion. But so this is their marketing shots, and the guy's pixelated as anything. But they're trying to say, hey, it's super duper high res. And that is just a pixelated guff. Maybe they've zoomed in too much. Oh yeah, so if you are doing it while barefoot water skiing, you also have to be able to do barefoot water skiing with one hand holding the camera. Easy skill for the majority of people that be buying this, definitely. Going on, yeah, so 2 spherical spheres, 1 always pointing at your face. So you can do a selfie and a portrait or landscape at the same time. Amazing. And they stitch it really badly. Yeah, okay. No, stop. Okay, so this is the shot where they're trying to explain to you how great it is. Can I just first of all say, all the stuff at the side, total mush. Also, the line which is the stitching area is clearly obvious. It's right over the tree there, just now. And so that's great, we've got her shot there, but everything around her is total mush. What am I missing here? Is it meant to be mush? Is that part of the look of it? It kind of looks like one... It really looks like one lens, the one pointing to her, nice and sharp. The other one's been covered in Vaseline or something. It's just... Or it's misty or something. It's like, yeah, one is at sharp focus, the other one's out of focus. That's an issue. And it just seems to get pixelated as anything at the side. So wait, if we see it again, so this is the shot. It looks like everything's nice and sharp. Be a hero, that's kind of cool. But look what is going on at the side here. Look at the pixelation going on. And again, I don't understand that this was just like some random person filming. But hold on, this is where it's really weird. There it's really pixelated. There it's just mush. On the other side it's mush. There it's pixelated. It's like it can't even decide what it's doing. No, no, it is. It's there was some sort of weird aliasing going on in the corner. Over in this corner over here, what happened there? It's like vibration went a bit mental. Oh, so maybe that's the image stabilization. But yeah, if that's the kind of quality you're getting from it, not massively impressed. So yeah, either way, yeah, guys, if you are flying parachutes, if you're jumping out of airplanes, if you're skydiving, if you are that's simple, if you are doing massive cave jumping and swimming with sharks, cool. This thing could be the thing for you. If you are totally into your editing your footage afterwards, then this could make life so much better for you. If you think you regularly miss shots because you couldn't point your fisheye lens at the scene in some sort of way, then this double fisheye lens will help you always capture. If you want to make sure that you are in every shot that you are filming, this is the camera for you. However, I do not see how this in any way will be a commercial success. So yeah, GoPro price share, yeah, you've gone down from not even 11 down to 8.6. I'm still not in any position where I'm thinking, hey, good time to buy GoPro. I'm at the current position of just thinking, can it just close? Can GoPro, like, I don't think it'll go bankrupt, but I could see this being down below $5 pretty soon. Because just nobody's really talking about the Hero 6 apart from tech nerds. And nobody knows about the Fusion. And those that are, nobody really sees a useful feature of it. So yeah, GoPro, good luck. See you later.